What's up, everybody? Peace be upon you all on this Sunday. I'm producing this video real quick. As y'all can see, or maybe y'all have seen another video of mine that I've done on Dr. Umar Johnson, which I got mixed. I don't want to say reviews, but mixed comments on it about. Some people seem really upset, as if I was promoting his acts or some of his shortcomings, and some people feel that you're entitled to your opinion at the end of the day, but that's not what I'm here to do. It's more like a message to Dr. Umar, as far as just to stay on the path. And from my opinion, everybody's entitled to their opinion. But today, I've been meaning to make a video about David Banner as well, because I've attended one of his lectures, one of the God Box lectures, which I thought was pretty cool. And the reason why I decided I've been wanting to make it because uh, they have a similar message as far as this. When people use that term consciousness, being conscious as this, like it's a religion. But I just wanted to make just to discuss some things for those of you who don't know who David Banner is, and those of you who might already know who he is, but not, you haven't really learned too much about him. You only know him as the rapper, you know. For those of you who don't know, David Banner, obviously, he was a rapper. Before that, he's a college graduate, Southern University, president of the student government. You know, I guess he started out as he wanted to be a rapper, but he started out producing his own stuff because couldn't get his beats. And I think he was selling mixtapes or his CDs out of his trunk and everything. I believe he was homeless at one point. He became, real popular over the years. Y'all probably know him as the, putting Mississippi on the map, crunk music. And just one of the ones that many people will say is responsible for Tip or T.I. Being where he is now. Making one of T.I.'s biggest singles initially that came out. But over the years, we've seen this change with David Banner, going from this rapper to being to stepping into, as we want to call it, consciousness. But David Banner, as he has said, he's always been a conscious rapper. I guess you just had to look at certain things or certain songs that he had in his message. One of the things, the name, obviously, David Banner, which I guess I learned recently, was this thing about a flash. One of the things I learned recently, I knew who David Banner was because of being in the comics, The Incredible Hulk, and Incredible Hulk being angry. And David Banner he revealed that he has an anger issue, a clinical anger issue, which he has to meditate for. So, meditation, which he still does, as far as remaining calm and not going overboard. So, one of the things that David Banner has said was that him being on top of the world, which I thought was kind of profound. He was on top of the world. I believe he had a number 1 hit with Chris Brown. Was that Stunting is a Habit song? I believe that's what it was. And he was touring overseas, and I if I can remember, I think he had like some health problems or something. He was drinking a lot, and I believe he was hospitalized. I can't remember, but he said when he went overseas that he didn't like, which a lot of us who do travel, if you've ever been overseas to a lot of these countries in Europe, even Africa, Asia, you see how the African American culture is portrayed, or what they think about you. And he said, even though he had all the success, the way that we were being looked at overseas, he wasn't feeling that, and he was contributing to it. And it's funny, he said he was in a state of depression, even though he had all this money, he was on top of the world, he had a number 1 single. But back in the States, we're dealing with this paradigm, so to speak, this situation that we're in, and he felt that he was contributing to it because of the music that he was putting out. So we saw that shift, or that paradigm shift, within David Banner, from the guy we seen in the movies and the music to this man we see now. And this whole, even though he hasn't been putting out the music that, this God box has been taking forever. Like, I know a lot of y'all probably like, what's taking this man so long? But I guess he says he wants to do it right. But we all want to know what the God box is. And based upon him describing it, me speculating, obviously he's talking, I think he's talking about the law of attraction, which I think is cool, which is what the black community, even though we are quite religious with religion, with God, Christianity, things of that nature, Islam, the God box itself being the law of attraction, being changing our thoughts. And it's something that I've been looking into, is actually utilizing the law of attraction. But I think it's cool for him to bring it to the forefront, if that actually is what the God box is using your mind to change your thoughts. You can change the way you feel, your emotions, all that, the way you react. You're in control of that. So what's cool about David Banner, he doesn't portray himself as if he's above reproach. He makes mistakes. He talks a lot about fasting and discipline, which I think that's the biggest thing, because I incorporate fasting. I think a lot of us should incorporate fasting. And I believe he said something about a man who can control his appetite is, man or woman, so to speak, can control pretty much anything. If you have that type of discipline where you control what you eat, then you should be able to master a whole lot of other things. If you're in control of what you eat and you control of your thoughts, you know, then you're in control of a lot of things. It's amazing how much you'd be able to do just by changing your thought process and being in control of your emotions. So another thing that I thought was cool was that he said he has no desire to be into politics, which I guess a lot of people have an issue with that. But knowing when you come with a certain message, and I believe David Banner knows about the concept of the black messiah, so to speak, and every black messiah that has risen up has been either, murdered or paid off, or basically uh, made docile to the point where they're not even effective to the black community, so to speak. So it's not like he's coming at people, reprimanding people. He just wants the best for the black community. He just wants the black community to do better. And he's got people that don't agree with his message, which that's with anybody. I can understand that. Another thing, bringing the power of the dollar, how much the black community actually has, how much power that black community actually has, and the power of the dollar, knowing that you can just not spend your money at certain places and how you can easily affect change, And at a lot of his lectures, if you ever been to one of David Banner's lectures, he doesn't allow cameras. He doesn't want what he's saying to be spread out there, everything he's saying to be put out there. So I think, David Banner, I think you're on the right path. I think that you speak a lot of truth about what's going on. You don't basically, you empower people. You tell people, you tell the black community they're better than what's going on right now. And you put that message out there. What I would like to see from you, as well as a lot of other uh, public figures who are in power, is to, if you could just, speak more on that empowerment of your thoughts. I know you talk about it, how things, you don't even ask for things anymore. They just come, like money just comes to you. I know you're a producer. I believe you say you produce for Disney and video games and stuff like that. I would just like people, that have the mic, just to say what as the black community, what can you do to be, what do you suggest black people do or can do to become more financially independent and more successful? What are some suggestions that you would say where to start at? And I believe that that's one thing that would change, drastically shift the paradigm. I know, as far as the condition of the black community in America, things have been brought up as far as pooling the resources to come up with a figurehead in your community or something of that nature. So um, just things like that. Just uh, I would like to see the God box drop soon. Um, if you could talk more possibly about the law of attraction, which is the God box, I believe your mind. You attract your mind is a magnet. You are a walking, living, breathing, walking magnet. Speak more on that. But other than that, brother, I believe you got it. You're doing despite what people say, you're gonna have some people that's gonna come against you. Is not gonna agree with everything you say. But I believe you're on the right path, and I just wanted to say keep it up, brother, and thanks. And I look forward to seeing more things to you. I believe you've reached that point in your life where money is not necessarily going to make everything better. And like you said, being a conscious rapper is not profitable as opposed to talking about women and drugs. So just keep it up, brother, and peace be upon you all. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And if you got any suggestions, feel or if you want me to do a video on something else, feel free to leave it in the comments. So I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.